quite. So basically I've had a good morning, I've created some good videos, I've been out in nature, it's felt really good, and now it's like going back into that old pattern of like, okay, so now I go home and I edit the videos and then I just get mashed, and by 1 PM I'm basically just lying in bed, having had a joint, I'll be tugging on my worm, and then I'll just sleep for the rest of the day, because it's easier than staying productive, it's easier than staying conscious, it's easier than staying present. But it isn't, it doesn't fulfill me anymore. I've done it for fucking 20 years and I'm ready to be with it all, to feel it all, to feel all the emotion, to be present, to be with the challenge of being human. Because that's actually easier now. That's actually easier than getting mashed, and where the space that puts me in, it's just not worth it. It's just an old pattern, an old story that's still strong and playing out. So today I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do the editing, I'm going to do all that, and then I'm going to go and find a gym to join. So then that gives me another thing to do for 2 hours, because I'm not at the point where I can just sit and meditate or sit and be. I have to be doing something all the time. So my new aim, rather than getting mashed at 1 o'clock, so I go for a walk, I record, I stay productive till 1 PM-ish, and then I get mashed. Obviously none of this is regimented, it's just how long it takes to edit the videos, because I always have to be busy. I can't, it's not like if I finish at 12 o'clock I could just sit and be like, well, I don't get mashed till 1 o'clock. No, I'd get mashed at 12. So with that knowledge, with that knowing of myself and the pattern and where I'm currently at energetically and in terms of how much I want to live or be not living, I need something else to do, I need to be doing. So a gym is obviously a good one. I can do that every day, and that will then extend my doing till about 3 in the afternoon, and then I can get mashed. But really what I'm working towards not getting mashed before 7 o'clock, and even that, you know, it's all just steps and stages. You know, eventually I won't even want to do that, and I already don't really want to do it. I just don't know what else to do with this ridiculous existence where, you know, it's very hard living in this world as a conscious person who can just see through everything, every social interaction, not even the fucking lies, not even the Western government and the tyranny and all that. I mean, yeah, that, but actually just like the falseness of every social interaction, the need that everyone has to be validated, the lack of authenticity, the lack of knowing oneself. Very, very challenging to be around when, you know, that's what you focus on and that's what your life is built around. Oh my God, please get out of the fucking road, little dog. What you doing, man? Fucking hell. Part of all this is also treating myself better, spending more money, not being so paranoid about how much money I'm spending, and just trusting that, you know, my videos are getting better all the time. You know, I'm gonna have a decent income eventually. So I was actually on my way to one more cafe, the expensive westernized cafe, but then I saw this barbecue and was just like, well, that looks fucking great, so let's do that. But yeah, I'm gonna really start enjoying lunches more. Fuck me, man, the driving here is just, so that guy's just overtaken with all these, it's just another fucking world. So obviously, yeah, I was saying in yesterday's video, I'm getting used to the roads, and I am, but that's still from the perspective of a scooter. When I see these cars overtaking, I get triggered. But obviously if I was to start driving a car, I'd see it from that perspective. And that's a great metaphor for life, actually. You know, you can only understand things from your own perspective. Which is why people just get so triggered by anything that's wise or beyond their comprehension. But that's a really good practical level of like, I ride a scooter, so I project onto the car drivers as dangerous. But if I was driving a car, I'd be like, all these fucking scooters in the way, get out of the fucking way. You're dangerous. Interesting. Cheers. So keen viewers will recognise this. I drove past it about 3 or 4 episodes ago saying that's where I should get my coconuts. And it's even better than the teenage girls. They weigh them here. I just got a massive one for 11,000. That's like 38 pence or something like that. Talk more about this sort of stuff on my other channel, The Broken Mirror, at the B Mirror, psychology, addiction, you know, real deep life shares. But I think this is really the important stuff. It's really important to acknowledge when you're talking about addiction, but everything we know about addiction is wrong. It's not about the substance, you don't get addicted to the substance. It's about avoiding self, about avoiding emotion. So this is all a step by step. You know, I'm not doing it by resisting. I'm doing it by just allowing. And this is just, you know, it just organically gets to the point where you'd rather not do that to yourself, where being present, where feeling isn't that awful. It's still awful, but it's not so awful that you'd rather fucking use this plant that actually just turns you into a zombie. You know, for a long time my life was so challenging in terms of anxiety, fear, hating of oneself, that was a better state. But now that I'm in a relative place of presence, self-love, or just acceptance, suddenly the desire to comatose myself with a plan that actually makes me feel shit isn't that strong. And it's just like sort of happens naturally, whilst doing the work and self-observing and constantly leaning into the path of most resistance. But anyway, really that's all for the other channel. So if that was interesting, then make sure you subscribe to @the_mirror. There's a spanner in the works, so my phone back there is currently uploading 5 videos. I need my phone, I need the maps on my phone to be able to go and have a look at the gyms. To upload those videos is going to take another 2 hours. It's already been going for 2 hours. So I could just go to the gyms now and start again when I get back with the uploading. But then YouTube will want to check my videos for 24 hours because that's what it does. So it's basically uploading the videos has to be my priority. So now I've got this 2-hour gap. I was like, I'm gonna stay sober, get some jobs done. I've just tried to check my post in the expat group about where you get rolling tobacco from, and it's been deleted. Like, how anal is that? Like, I'm not asking for ganja. Like, can I buy some rolling tobacco and some papers? And the fucking admins have deleted it. I had a chat to Grinder Boy who hooked me up with the ganja contacts, and he says you order them online, so he's giving me this website to order them from, but oh my god. So I was about to do that as a job to try and stay sober and then go to the gyms and do this whole 7 PM sobriety thing. But then the phone that has the Grinder app on it has died, its battery's died because the battery on it is so fucking shit. So basically I've got nothing to do and there's an hour and a half left of this uploading time. So it's almost 3 o'clock, I'm gonna have a smoke. That's the end of the day. But at least this concept's here now, at least this desire to do rather than comatose is here. And you know, it's just knowing that that's just gonna become more pronounced in the future and every day and hopefully tomorrow. But this uploading thing is an issue. It is an issue. Maybe tomorrow I go to the gyms in the morning. Yeah, go to the gyms, then record, and then I'll know where the gyms are and still won't be able to get to them without my sat nav. It's going to take at least 5 trips before I can remember where to go. Oh well, the intention's there. It's a start. Now I'm going to get mashed. See you later. So a tropical head disease update. Very hard to get. I'm doing this all the time so I can look at it myself, and I do such a bad job. So hopefully you see me improvement. So today is the day that I'm really like officially saying it's better. Yesterday I'd given up, and today I was gonna go to a doctor. So basically there's the one you can see, and that has definitely been getting better for a couple of days. But then there's 2 other, I don't know how to describe it. So basically it starts off as like a spot. But it isn't a spot, it's whatever this is. So I tried squeezing it the first time, I was like, oh no, that's not a spot, and then it turned into this fucking tropical head disease, hair loss thing. And then 2 more spots have appeared, and I've been like, it's really weird, like, how retarded our brains are, or how much we will lie to ourselves is a better way of putting it. You know, I've been telling myself that these spots are just spots and separate to the main big thing, and they'll just go away, even though that's exactly how they started. Like, it's amazing how much I don't want to go to a doctor, basically, and how much I'm like telling myself this fucking story. Anyway, I accepted it's all one thing yesterday, and I was like, I need to get this sorted, you know, because this could end up in baldness, you know, it could be quite, not serious, but serious. And but today, without a doubt, like, the main thing is not pretty much gone, but it's so much smaller, and the spots have got smaller as well. So I really trust this cream now. I've been so unsure about this cream that I just got from a pharmacist. I didn't go to the doctor. But yeah, it's working. It's working. So that is really good news. Yeah, we've got the charcoal ingredients tonight. Charcoal pizza base. Makes absolutely no difference how it tastes, but it's kind of cool. Definitely haven't had pizza 4 nights in a row. Don't judge me. It's very strong ginger. It makes me just want to eat carbs. See you later.